GM, guys. It looks like I did not upload the correct one, but welcome back. This is too loud over here. Turn that down all the way. But welcome back. This is GM Chat. A little bit later in the day, but we're going to get this thing started. As you guys know, I'm SMS, and this is presented by SMS Live. We're going to be talking about Solana Made Simple and tapping in on Bitcoin, Solana, what's going on in crypto and Web3 in general. I got a couple bookmarks, a couple updates, notifications, and stuff like that. You might have heard of them, but we'll tap into them a little bit more. If you guys got any questions, just drop them into the chat. I'll take a second to look at that from time to time. I will be honest, I'm not the best at it, but if you guys wanted to join in on the conversation today, jump in, add some takes, you're more than welcome to. 1 second, fix that there. All you got to do is hit me up. I can send you a link. And if you just want to be a PFP, just like a space, you could be like that. It's simple as that. So just let me know and we'll get that thing going. But let's get into it today. I do have a quote of the day. This one's a little bit different. Where the hell did I put this thing at? Hold on. Let me check a message real quick. And you guys just hang out. Let me play this in the meantime. Shout out to Zeus Network, guys. If you are not tapping into ZBTC and seeing the power of Bitcoin on Solana, you're definitely missing out. There's a bunch of different opportunities. There's some looping strategies as well. But the main thing is you can go over to BTC Sol, stake your Solana, and you'll be able to receive Bitcoin through staking. That's dual asset accumulation strategy. And honestly, it's one of my favorite plays that I've heard of in this space. So check it out. All right, so this one right here, like I said, this is the quote of the day, kind of get your mindset, the alignment, everything on the same page. But if you truly feel you did your best or you gave it your best, you didn't fail. Maybe you didn't get the outcome you wanted, but you grew, you showed up, you got stronger, you leveled up. But it's not failure, that's progress. The only times like it's going to feel like failure is when you held yourself back, when you didn't wake up on time, when you left a little bit early, or you didn't post that video or the thread or whatever the hell it is in your life. Doesn't even have to be crypto related, but it's when you took the easy route. That's why I say to people, keep it simple, don't make it easy. The easy way is not the best way. You want the hard way, so you learn and be ready for whatever comes after that. I know it sounds crazy, but like you got to really think about it. If you have an obstacle like a square, and if you cut the corners, you're taking the easy route. You're not doing as much work as the other guy, and sure, you might get there faster, but did you do as much work? Are you ready for the next leg of the race? You know what I mean? That's what that's about. So that's where regret kind of creeps in and makes you kind of look at yourself and be like, damn, this sucks. Like it's all on me. And then that's where the problem starts, where people either they don't look at themselves and say, yep, I was lazy, I wanted to take the day off or something like that, or I wanted to go touch grass. The compounding interest of showing up every single day, that's going to be the thing that sets you above the guy that has all the talent that shows up Monday through Friday. When you show up those extra 2 days and give it time, you know what I mean? Because you'll see that you consistently show up becomes a habit, and that's a successful habit. That's where you get to look at, be like, look, I gave it everything I got. And if you truly did that, you'll probably get where you're going. So if you empty the tank mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and it's like, it would take an act of God to stop you from where you're going. It's truly that simple. And you got to think about it. It's like, if I really do everything it takes, that means sacrificing some things. That means saying no to other things. That means doing more than other people expect out of you. This is all like simple stuff to say, but actually putting it into practice, that's why everybody is not on that other side. And that's what this is all about. It's like, giving it all you got doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to go touch grass on the weekends. Like, this does mean making a sacrifice away from your family. And people don't want to hear that because that sounds so harsh and rude. But like, think about every single motherfucker at the top. They either don't have kids or they're willing to make that sacrifice. Like, at some point that will balance out, so you create the freedom and the time. That's why the hard work pays off for the longevity. I don't know, that's where I'm getting at with it. But even then, you could rest knowing you left it on the table. And that kind of piece is like where you're like, even if this doesn't work, even if I don't get the goal, but I got the experience, I got, that's where you improve your market value by doing these things. So like if you don't get the opportunity, don't get the job, you don't follow through, you fail, you fall on your ass, but you have to run into that point. Did I do everything? Did I study? Did I ask? Did I look for mentorship? Did I ask, see where I could get better and work with myself? Did I practice being successful the whole way? And it's not like at this point you have to remove like, oh, this motivational. No, this is real talk about like how to be successful in business, sports, life in general. If you don't do everything that it takes to get there, you can't blame anybody but yourself. But if you blame anybody but yourself, you give them the power. So it's up to them to dictate whether you become what you want or not. So like if you sit there and you're like, man, I know if I would have put a little bit more work in, or if I had what they had, I would have been able to get there. It's like, but you weren't willing to do what they did to get there. And if you say, oh, it's easy for them because of this thing, again, you're deflecting. Well, I didn't show up when I could have. Like, control what you can control, create what you want from that. And that's as simple as that. Stop pointing fingers. No fucking excuses out here. Like, it's as simple as that. Give it everything. You'll never fail again. Like that's what I'm getting at. But that one hits hard. That's where something that I've learned through life, guys. Like it's not one of those things that you just read it in a book, you can be like, okay, I know this now. It's like you got to live through those experiences, and like your personal situation that you're going through becomes like, I mean like your struggle or your hiccup or your setback or even your gain, like whatever you're going through becomes your gift. Typically it's a struggle because you get to teach people, and like when somebody's like, damn, this is so hard, blah 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 blah, your advice to them becomes your experience, and you start to look at yourself like, damn, I should really listen to my own advice. That hit me the most when I'm telling people, this goes all the way back about 5 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago. I decided to put myself back into school. I quit construction after 17 years, and I put myself back into community college, and I worked my way up to try to get an associate's in IT. Well, I made president's list. I got all the way through there. Well, 2023 came around. I think it was 2023. Yeah, that's when the market started heating up, and I was like, I know I don't have any passion for this anymore. Like, I can do it. I'm great. It's networking. It's coding. You know what I mean? It's that kind of stuff. Like, it was easy, but it wasn't like fun. It was where I live at. If I follow that route, I was going to be working in a fucking bank, running Python scripts on the back end, just hating probably my boss and the people around me, trying to find times to play around with crypto. Like that's the reality of where I saw that going. So I was like, let me focus on this, because like just going through the classes, I was not dialed in, but I was getting good grades because it was easy. Again, like I realized that pretty quick. So I focused on the market, and then I started investing into myself. It was just one of those things where it's like, if I want to go to this level, this next level, I got to go there. And then fast forward to this year, I had a salary position, and I was still, trying to divide my time. Like I want to go full time in Web3, and it's like, I don't want to just get lucky and win a shit ton of money. Like I want to make make an impact, provide value, do these kind of things. And that was like the key to me when I saw myself trying to find times to do that and work out like shitty. I was like, hey, I'm making excuses of why I'm not as good or as where I want to be with this whole career thing, but I'm also dividing my time. I'm not focused in and giving it everything I got. That's the sacrifice of, I had a convenient paycheck. I knew if I just showed up and did the bullshit, I would get there. But I had to take a decision like, if I want to get where I need to be, I'm already seeing how I was going into work early, working through my breaks to leave work early to make sure I had more time for everything I do outside of the work hours. And it was like, it's fine, I could do it. But when they started being kind of like controlling and saying you needed to clock in for this, you need to do that, you can't take this break, you can't go here, I was like, hold up, man. Like that's where us watching the world unravel with decentralized versus centralized. It's like, that's where I was like, damn, I'm in a centralized work environment where I have no say. Like I can't do anything else but what they say, or I'm gonna get reprimanded. And I was like, yo, you're not gonna yell at me. Like, this is crazy. For coming into work early, working through my break, being ahead of the schedule. So anyway, I decided if I need to go in, or I need to make that decision to myself, like, why am I not getting forward? What else can I do? And I'm saying this is just my path. But I decided to go all in, walk away from the job, and have no safety net. And I was like, all right, well, pedal to the metal and see where we go from here. So I don't know how we got into that, but it's all about not holding back, not making excuses, I guess is kind of where I'm getting at with that. But long story short, guys, it's up to you. You got to just put everything into it. And if you do that, you're probably not going to fail. It might take more time. So your purpose, your pace, and your progress. Just worry about it like that. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that little tidbit. We're going to get into the charts. We're going to be taking a look at Solana. I told you guys in the stream the other day, this shit's probably going to come down a little bit before it goes up. You got a couple other things. You got this year to play out. So let's look at that a little bit. But for the ones that don't know, I am a master chef with Marinade Finance. So let's take a quick peek at what they got cooking from day one.
Marinade started in 2021 at a Solana hackathon. A small, bootstrapped team, pure conviction, and community. We introduced MSOL, the first liquid staking token on Solana, opening the door to Solana DeFi. When the market crashed, we stayed. When others pivoted, we doubled down. We grew with the Solana community, the ones who showed up, staked in, and believed. We didn't just build early, we built for the long haul. And we've evolved. From MSOL to native staking, from wait times to instant unstake, from open access to high-quality KYC verified validators. No smart contract risk, no shortcuts. Just secure, audited, non-custodial staking. Institutional-grade experience with retail accessibility. Because we believe fine infrastructure should feel like fine dining. And Solana just tastes better with Marinade, the best staking rewards, slow cooked since 2021. The chef's hat stays on.
Chef's on top, baby. I love those fucking commercials. Every time I feel the exact same. Like, I honestly, sometimes I'll watch them just be like, this is dope. It's a good lore. It's a good story. It's just one of those things where you can just kind of point back to anybody having any kind of troubles or doubting themselves. It's like, bro, look at Marinade Finance. They came from a hackathon. They came from a group of ideas and visionaries or whatever, like whatever you want to put on that, adjective right there. But they did it and they showed that proof that it's possible. And then a lot of other people down the line have done the same thing. The people that quit, again, it's like, why would you do that when you had an opportunity right there? Just keep going. But anyway, also the content and marketing lead over at DD Gaming Labs, having a good time over there with Scrolly Feed. Shout out to them. Really improving that game by leaps and bounds, bro. This game, like, I've been playing this thing. It is addicting. I get it. Like, there's no secret to that anymore. But we got some affiliate games on there that are a little bit upgraded, I guess, from the visual perspective. For me personally, I like the OG games. I like Tetris. I like the pixels and all that stuff. I'm cool with it. But there are some people that want a little bit more of an upgraded. Like, I had one of my roommates' his sons. He's 7 or maybe he's 8 by now. I don't know. I forget. 7 or 8, something like that. But he was like, these games are cool. And then I showed him these ones, like right here. This is Bonk. All right, so let me just show you. I'll probably lose really quickly because, yep. But nah, this game is dope because you just tap the thing and you, like, it's one of those little flyer games. And then the other one, let's go over here to featured. And then you scroll up. Here we go. Let's just load up for you guys. This one's pretty cool. I'm going to show you some content with this that I've been working on because you can scroll this guy and collect these things. It's completely free game. This is a completely free game, non-downloadable. There's some partnerships in the very, very near future you guys are going to be excited about. Web3 gaming has a special place, and having a certain, .solana would be an advantageous thing. I'm just going to plug that right there for you guys, so pay attention to what I'm putting down. But I'm excited to see what happens in the next coming weeks, future, and all of that. I'm going to be doing some more spaces regarding some gaming and stuff like that. Well, streams rather, regarding gaming. So just pay attention to that. And it's going to be more of the games that make sense to me. It's stuff that, like, you can do it at an entry level. You don't have to pay for anything. But the plus side of this is it's competitive. There's a leaderboard. There's weekly and monthly, bonuses in the Scrolly Discord. So if you guys go over to Scrolly Feed, that's their handle, and check out the game. Well, check out the Discord and get involved there. You can just go straight to the feed and play the game. All of them, literally, it's just you tap at the top and scroll the game. It's a lot of fun. But you sign in with your wallet, you keep score, and that's how we we track the leaderboard. But we got a bunch of interns that are cooking, doing a lot of really cool stuff. And these guys actually got some really cool thing going on tomorrow, where I'm going to be at an IRL event speaking through Google Meet live. or something like that. I don't know exactly how this is going to work out, but they invited me and I was like, shit, why not? Let's do this. And I asked Dean if he'd be down. So I think Dean might be joining me as well. But we're going to be IRL. I think Quicks, Dev, and some other people you probably would recognize are going to be there. So shout out to the guys. I'm going to bring that up in a second. It is bookmarked. It's one of the things I wanted to cover, but a lot of really cool things coming out of nothing. Something I was bootstrapped, an idea. A lot of people were like, "Oh, that's stupid," and dismissed it. A lot of my friends in the space that I saw looking for opportunities and needed a job. I'm like, "Yo, here, like, take a look at this. Are you interested?" And it's not the most flashy thing. It's not the most sexiest appealing, but it is noticed by the Solana Foundation. It is partnered up, well, not partnered up, but working with Super Team UK. It is making moves and going to events and doing all of the things you need to do on the business development side of things to make this a success. Partnerships are they're happening in real time, and I can't disclose any details, but I'm telling you right now, this is a diamond in the rough, and I think people are really sleeping on it. Listening to the enthusiasm in the space with Ems the other day. Ems is the financial advisor. I don't know the best words for them. I'm not trying to find the best words, but he's the guy that handles the accounting side of this and basically the money man when it comes to Scrolly Feed and a lot of the business stuff as well. He's excited. He's extremely excited. He's been in the gaming space for a while on that level. So he's working with, I think there's some things he's working with on another end that are a little bit more professional for where we're headed, where we're looking to go, and what we see with this short, I think it's been like a month since we started tracking this stuff. It's just been amazing. It's even got me, flexing my dev muscle and putting together some scripts on Python so I can scrape all of my data and track my interns. So if you guys have a team where you need to track their analytics, I got a super easy automated way to do that where I just tap a couple buttons and it pulls up. So really excited about that. And last but not least, guys, with Zeus working group, dude, I love being involved with Bitcoin on Solana. First off, and getting an opportunity to be with the working group and Zeus Network and see what the team's doing, listening and tapping in a little bit more. I definitely have improved my knowledge of the Bitcoin this side of things. BTC-Fi is a real thing, and it's going to be a big player in the game. I put out 2 threads yesterday, kind of touching on a couple of these different things when it comes to Marinade and Zeus. But check those out. A lot of alpha, a lot of stuff you guys probably missed that slips through the cracks. So make sure you guys take a look at that. But shout out to all 3 of these guys, supporting me and, making sure we get this thing done. But other than that, as far as Solana Made Simple is going, we're supposed to be doing the daily stream, but the daily stream is going to be partnered up with, we're going to have Dev Majesty, guys. I think we're going to be going on around 5 or 6 or something like that. I know we vaguely made details. I forgot to post an announcement about it. So this is the announcement, live and direct. But we're going to be rocking out, talking a little bit about gaming and some other fun things going on in the space. It was a really good conversation on the one-on-one. That's why I kind of kept that one in my back pocket. I'm like, you know what? We should probably tap into more conversations and keep building because she has a lot of experience. And I think everybody can learn a little bit from that. So tap in later today, sometime after 3 p.m. I keep it flexible. You guys are going to have to keep your notifications on. However you keep your reminders on for, the bigger accounts that you don't miss, do the same fucking thing. And that's how you don't miss the spaces and the streams. Other than that, I can't help you. That goes down to, you're making excuses for yourself. And that's a you thing. And it's probably a habit you make. But that's not for me to discuss. That's on you. But I post daily on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and X, keeping the community tapped in and informed on all these different platforms because I think that is an important feature about being a content creator. I focus primarily on X for the day-to-day, the active, because it's the fastest way to get shit out there. Past that, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and it goes down the trail from there. I have been falling back on my content production side of things. I did a couple different. It's just been a busy. Let's say it like this: as much as I think that I'm being lazy. There's just a lot going on outside of this. That getting things together to get the island out, getting things together on the other end with the next job opportunities and the future, the next step, and down this path. It takes a little bit more time on that end. So. My bad on that, but we're gonna work on it. We definitely got that on my list. Where the hell is my list? All of my notes are on that table over there. I've got a notes stack like this high that I got to go through everything and see what the hell's going on because it's been a lot of fun. I like it. That's what I asked for. That's what I signed up for. This is what keeps me going. One of these days it'll be a Raposa Cup, so you guys will see some more activity because I think they got more juice in the cans there. No, I'm kidding. But stay plugged in by tapping on the Linktree link on my bio, and you can follow all the different platforms there, guys. But no spaces for me today. I'll be jumping in here and there for some other people. We're not doing 5 o'clock ones anymore today, just because we were picking up where somebody, put something down, and it just became, it wasn't in my flow, and it was fucking me up. I'll be completely honest with you. So we scrapped that one, but we're going to keep the energy and we're going to keep it coming. So let's get into this thing, guys. I wanted to talk a little bit about 401ks and how they're kind of introduced into crypto, because I mean, it's an appealing conversation, but it's so far down the line. It's got to be. I mean, there might be a few that are standouts, but crypto is still new. Access is limited. Employers move slow. So if you're interested, ask if your job, if they offer that, or if they're interested in it. And if they say no, find out where your 401k is being held. Contact them directly. You might be able to even allocate your 401k and just become self-custody on that end. There is an opportunity for those things. You don't have to have your company doing that. You can manage your contributions and all of that. And that's for traditional finance side of stuff. But ask your plan provider if crypto is an option. At least get them to think about it. And if they shut you down, try to go higher. Or tell us what their name is, and we'll hit them up on X, see if they got an account, and we'll do our homework, and we'll see if we can get that going. But that's honestly, when you come down to the bottom line, what is going on? It's limited. Employers move slow, especially on an institutional level when it comes to that kind of thing. But there are some reasons to believe that investing in crypto through the 401ks is definitely a choice option in the future. I mean, you could say now, but it's going to take time. Let's see what we got here. So some retirement plans now allow for crypto exposure, self-directed brokerage windows or expanded plan menus, whatever. Employee approval required for most of these, and it's a cap on the exposure. So there's one platform. It only lets you do 5% of your portfolio in crypto. So there's going to be mitigating risks by doing so, keeping it a little bit lower based on everything else in that portfolio. That's how portfolio managers and financial advisors, that's how they operate, and that's probably should take some from that. So some of the recent developments were in May. The Department of Labor scraped the prior warnings against crypto and 401ks. The new guidance: fiduciaries must now evaluate cryptos using fact and circumstances approach, the same as any other asset class. So it's not just going to be off of risk reward. NFTs are a scam, yada yada yada. August 2025, this month, right? Yeah, not too fucking far in the distance here. President Trump, this just happened, where he expanded to clarify the rules around alternative assets. So some of the potential advantages would be tax benefits where gains grow tax deferred, traditional 401ks, or tax-free options. Yeah, so basically gains grow tax deferred. You're going to have a little bit more chances to grow that pile over the next 45 years. Just kidding. Diversification adds exposure beyond stocks and bonds, potential for higher long-term returns. Basically the same damn thing we're saying, but we know that. One of the things I'm going to interject here is, if we can do this now, why the fuck would you go to your 401k and say, hey, take this, make some money on it, and then put the rest back into my account? Why wouldn't you say, how much are you putting into this? I'm going to do it. Cut the middleman out. That's decentralized, baby. That's what we're doing here. That's the conversation you got to have with your friend. Download Soulflare. Oh, what should you buy? They're buying this amount. Buy that in Solana, stake it with Marinade Finance. You're good to go. Let the rest just sit there and rock and roll. Hide your seed phrase, hide your public key, all of that kind of stuff. Keep it safe. Treat it like a social or a safety deposit box. That's one of the ways that I kind of tell people, this is how secure you need to think this thing is going to be, but this is what you should do. And then tie in the ledger with this what is it called? Security deposit box. So it's kind of like hand in hand. One of these guys. See, I still got mine. Where you at, dog? This little guy. One of these days I'll get a fancy one, but this still works. So I don't know, man. Do what works for you. You want a screen that shows you what you got on a screen of a screen of a screen? Have at it. I don't care. One day I will upgrade. But anyway, why would you let your employer doing it, knowing that they're going to be hand over fist, nickel and diming you throughout that whole situation? You got the power, you got the access. If you can do internet banking, you can do the same damn thing. If you can move into a savings account, you can do the same process. It's just different buttons, different verbiage. And that's huge. And that's what you guys are doing right here. And I've said this time and time again, this is the fucking curriculum of the future for finance. This is what people are going to have to know, and you can dumb it or dial it down to like, well, you can just use an email to get in. We're like, yeah, that's true. But if you want to teach them true, crypto and Web3, I would honestly say you should learn it this way, but this is the easier way now. But this is what you should, the fundamental foundation. Like, why do you want to use this easy path? Because this is a pain in the ass. But now that you know this, you're a little bit more well prepared for the product, I guess. That's just me. I still explain things to people because I think it's important. They might not ever retain it, but the fact that they might be like, oh, I remember, Sean talking about that. Well, there you go. That's all we're trying to do. That's education, man. That's what we're trying to do. Help inform people here. Key considerations and risks. So volatility is huge. Crypto is extremely price sensitive. For those near retirement, you're not going to want to do that. But again, that's the position you put yourself in. You get the price you deserve. And I don't mean to sound cold, but like if you haven't invested and you believed in your 401k, you had a lot of opportunity. The information was out there. It's up to you to take advantage of it. And this is why I do this shit, because not everybody hears it every day. Complexity is investors need to understand wallets, private keys, and blockchain mechanics. What does that think we're doing right here? This is exactly why we do this. This is why I reiterate these things. This is why I keep it simple. I thought day one, I was like, oh, this is just imagine how hard it is for somebody to reset their password. Imagine with wallets, keys, and blockchain mechanics. It's going to be even harder, but there's going to be a customer service center where somebody's going to have to say, oh, your wallet, that's no problem. Like there's going to be stuff like that. I'm pretty sure Solflare has something of that nature kind of set up to help you out. Think about how you open a ticket in Discord. That's the archaic rudimentary step before customer service centers for Web3 crypto and all of these companies that will participate. I don't want to start saying adoption because adoption is here. Like we're seeing it. Participation is using the blockchain. That's a whole nother category. Like adopting is great. We're here. Are people using it? Are they downloading wallets? Are they signing transactions? Are they, buying, selling, interacting, trading, whatevering? Like you got to see that. But the complexity is going to be a key issue there. So the next thing is security. So risk of loss from hacks or lost credentials, not FDIC insured. So as soon as you start to see more regulation, you see people that are a little bit more trusting because they like to have insurance. We're built on a world where people pay for that insurance level, and that, it's almost like a luxury. It's like you got a little bit extra. Like, it breaks down the decentralized wall for sure, but it's the analogy I made is when you get in a car, you can choose to put your seatbelt on or not. You got to take every risk that comes with it, and nothing is guaranteed on top of that. So, how do you want to drive? Pedal to the metal, balls to the wall, seatbelt to the side? That's fine. Do whatever you got to do, because there's a lot of people that do that every single fucking day. Is it safe? Probably not, but it's not safe to do a lot of things out there. You just get accustomed to it and better at it. If somebody wants to have somebody insure, back, and protect, and they're willing to, lose certain freedoms or liberties or whatever the fuck you want to classify it, the security, I guess, control or ownership, sure, let them do that. That's their choice. But it shouldn't be a mandate one or the other. You should be able to do whatever you want. And the thing is, if you mandate it, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to create another fucking road. Like somebody's going to be like, oh, we can't watch this. It's called a fork. So, you're already seeing that, to be honest with you. That's something I talked about the other day. The conversation with Ethereum was like, Ethereum is growing, building on L2s, and you look at Solana where they're stuck at, L1 phase. They haven't even thought outside the box. It's like, we built within the token. There's SPL 404 token 2022 extension, and most of you guys on Ethereum have no fucking clue what that is. So it's like, you're saying we don't have what is available, what we do. It's just our culture, what we're looking at. The top layer is a meme coin. The next layer is, Solana DeFi, and, whatever else follows down that rabbit hole or that layer, of things here. Most people don't look into it to see what they got, but the guys that are developing and building on the other ends, the people that are coming into here with the technical savvy minds, they're like, oh shit, you guys, the SPL library, like Zeus, they made the ZPL, the Zeus public library. It's the same exact thing. So you can develop on the ZBT network. Like, it builds an economy. It builds an ecosystem. It's the way it's going. But the thing is, it doesn't fragment. It doesn't break down to the level that the L2s can do, and it doesn't have those problems. We're seeing enhanced stability, reliability. We're seeing 500 plus days with zero network outages or something like that. Maybe we had, I don't know, whatever that amount of days is. It's very significant that we're talking about it. And I can't remember the exact number now that I want to say it. But we also have Fire Dancer looming in a distance. So, I mean, I'm covering everything from, getting your beginners invested to why the ecosystem is secure and reliable, and why it looks like, that is the future of finance. You also have Solana Mobile that is right here, right now. And we're waiting for these phones to get delivered. The more and more that you're seeing this stuff, like I looked up a couple news articles earlier today, it spoke about somebody else looking to build a mobile device for crypto. They didn't kind of say anything on the headline because they went to click it, but you're seeing it more and more. You're seeing more videos, you're seeing more content. It's the process, it's the evolution of the stuff. So there's going to be someone that needs to teach that. There's going to be reasons for the security to be implemented and regulation to kind of be there for a certain group of people. Like, there's a huge gap of people. If you said, hey, it's FDI insured, they'd probably pour a shit ton of money in here, and you'd see the crypto market cap go through the fucking roof. The next one is valuation uncertainty. Prices very blah blah blah. You have arbitrage opportunities in situations which will obviously get exploited with computers, and somebody brought the point up of quantum computing in the future. That could really be a scary place. So there has to be some rails up. Some people are saying, well, that's why there's Bitcoin. There you go. So I don't know. We'll see that. Like, we can think about and speculate everything, but the same thing as the price. You don't know what's going to happen until it gets there. You can look at every indicator, but they never are 100%. There's always room for margin there. So the fiduciary duty, they would have employers must act in employees' best interest when approving investments. So, I mean, that's the same as the way it is now. Any other important stuff to bring up here? Not really. Bottom line is it's becoming possible. We're going to see new rules. Some want it, some don't. What we need to watch out for, what you need to share with people and bring up. I mean, at Thanksgiving dinner, be like, yo, what do you guys think about putting Bitcoin into your 401k? And then say, what if you could do it yourself and you don't lose any money on that? Welcome to Solana. You get yourself some ZBT. Yeah. All right. That's everything I wanted to cover on that end. As far as 401ks, probably dive into this a little bit more at another time when we get more news, but there really isn't much more than that. It's just we're moving in that direction. People are getting excited. People are talking about it. But that's what we can kind of look at. The biggest thing is we see that they scraped some previous warnings, so on and so forth. So we'll see where that plays out. Other than that, we are going to get into the price action of things. So let me pull up some charts. Coldware drops. I don't know what that is. It's some other phone. Man, you guys are tripping. This timeline is crazy. This is nuts. Let's see. All right, did I get it all? All right, cool. That's everything here. Let me close this thing out because I'm done there. And in the meantime, did this die on me? Yeah, it sure did. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this while I get the screen up.
Now quickly, looking at the line. Zion's there. Plays it ahead of more. Now quickly, looking at the line.
Alrighty, you guys saw right there that is made possible by Marinade Finance. Shout out to Zeus Network making that collaboration happen. Really cool things coming out of that. So make sure you go stake some soul and get that thing set up, guys. But we talked about this. We talked about the price. We talked about this channel. We talked about everything going on with this, and none of this should be expected. I can literally pull up some of the conversations with people asking me like, hey, where do you think we go after this? What do you think is next? And it's like, I think we come down a little bit. Let a little bit of a retracement come, guys. This is a little wild movement that we just had, and it's good. But I think that we go higher for sure. Absolutely. Not a question in my mind if we go higher, but this is cool. We're fine. This is on the 3 minute, not what I typically look at. So let's bring it back out to the week and we'll see what it looks like. Let's see. Look, man, this is no brainer. All right, so let's just take a look at some of this right here, and I'll switch my screens up so you guys can get a better idea of what we got cooking. All right, so when I did these little circles right here, I'll zoom out a little bit more. You'll see that I saw very similar patterns going on right here. That's where we saw this breakout, and it's like, okay, well, if we see these repeating, let's just keep expecting these patterns. See this leg up, straight across, two bottoms, leg up, straight across, two bottoms. We're seeing that over and over again. I wouldn't look at the peaks as much as looking at how the support and resistance plays out. And that's pretty evident that we're seeing a trend. Very, very specific patterns, very, very on point. So I watched it just to see where we would kind of land. Now, let's reset this, get back up to the last couple of days, weeks rather. So this is the 3-hour chart. And one of the things I said is this support right here became, or resistance, was this resistance. We broke out of it on this bull flag, came up here, but was a lot of question about what would happen and uncertainty right here. We had this little bit of a dip, and it didn't come all the way down here, but it got close. And then we finally broke through this channel where it was trying to figure out what the hell are we going to do, up or down. It decided to come down, broke all the way through. We had that reversal. We hit the trend line perfectly. This was already sitting here, and it bounced off there twice, showing that we are on course with this trend right there. We have kind of identified that, and as it continues to follow that, we're going to continue to believe that these charts are going to repeat themselves in some fashion, because I mean, it's just, you zoom out, you see the big picture, it looks pretty damn clear how this is kind of working out. So this right here kind of looks very similar to this. You see what I mean? Like it's not that big of a deal when you see these sell-offs because of where it bounces, because of where we're catching. When we zoom back in here, I call this traffic, where you draw a line straight through and you have a lot of intersecting price points, and it's not the top, it's not the resistance, it's not support, it's just directly in the middle. That's where we kind of caught ourselves here. We broke down a little bit below that, but we're still in this range that we've been kind of following since July. It's been going in and out of this a couple times. We peaked up here, we broke all-time high, brand new all-time high, 124 some thousand. Great stuff to see there. But when you just keep running up here, I mean, take a look at this. I was kind of pointing this out. Let's go to, let's see if this shows me what I want. Nah, I gotta go. Really? Okay. When I was looking at this here, I believe, no, this isn't Solana, so that doesn't work out. But anyway, it serves the same purpose. We came back down to these tops right here. That's where we're bouncing. We're catching ourselves, finding support. That's exactly where we thought we were going to go, about 116, 117, because of the tops there. If we didn't hold this, that's exactly what we did. Tried it, didn't want to play there, decided to come all the way down here and retest, which is good because it's a liquidity pocket. We're seeing a little bit of a cycle. We see this big sell-off. But since we are looking at this, we're at 43. This is going to go down likely a little bit more. It is showing that it is starting to, like right here, you saw a little bit of activity, but it still looks like it wants to come down a little bit to, let us get to 30 to see a bunch of buys start to really, really show the reversal. It might curl out a little bit, but I believe that we stay in this range just the same as all of this here. If it does go below there, who cares? We're coming back. I just don't think that it's at that point of, it might be over. And just too many things are working in our favor for it not to be over. So watching Bitcoin kind of tease itself at 117.8. We're just going to keep watching to see where it goes in this channel. Any lower than this, maybe we'll watch to see if it breaks trend or pay attention. But right now, just watch for it to chop across and kind of just cool out and do what it does for the last few months. Now let's go take a look at Solana, because as far as that goes, we're in good shape. Bottom line, I don't think, if anything, wait for it to dip a little bit lower and add more into your ZBTC positions, because as it goes up, you'll be all right. All right, so let's take a look at Solana. This one I'm pretty happy about, because we looked at this. I gave you my call all the way back here. I said, look, we're either going to fucking just keep cruising on up here, or we're going to take a little bit of a pit stop down here and see what's going on with the fam, pick everybody else back up, and make a move back up. But either way, I thought we were going up. And I think you probably could go back, record that, clip that, and show hey, question mark right here. Drew it on this date, whatever the fuck date that was. And here we go. All right, so I guess I drew this August 8th. So last Friday is when I told you this was the likely plan that was going to happen. it hit that top. So this, I mean, you guys already know what I'm going to say. Fill the gap, broke down. You have a cup, you have a handle. And we'll see how this kind of plays out with our current positions where we expect the prices to go. I'm not somebody that's going to make these things exactly perfect and care too much about that. So wrong guy if you thought that was going to be me. All right, so this one right here, if we do bounce on this line right here and continue to move up, we should be at 240 from this. That'll be our leg. Let's go back out a little bit and look at the whole scope. Ah, that's fucking beautiful. So look here. See at this top, like follow this line all the way over here. You have some spots right here where it topped out or was trying to break out around the 230, 240 range. So that looks like where we're going to head and contest. And again, when this made the W, came back up, it broke right through there, but it bounced at that same range. And then it had some resistance right here. And then it broke all the way back down until we filled that gap. So resist, break through, resist, break down, recover. I wish I could like mark these a little bit better, but so that's, I mean, that's what I'm just saying. It's going to be doing $20, I guess, until, I mean, it looks like that, right? Like each leg up is like the next $20, 220, 240, 260, right? Yeah. Where'd you come from? I forget. Oh, okay. You see how these are getting smaller and smaller and smaller? I think that's what you're going to continue to see as we ramp up here. These little like down trending little situations on the weeks. I think these get smaller. And then we start to fill these gaps like in order and then break all-time high. I think this is the leg right here. I think this is like one of the last chances to get like a lower entry. I mean, look back here. This was doing this all last year. It was nothing different. It's just chopping to the side, kind of like what Bitcoin was doing in that channel. Like let's throw one of these up. Where is the thing then? Rockets in the chat, charging it up. See, like this is March to November of just being in this little shitty area. And now here we are on an uptrend. It's showing that we're making higher highs, higher lows, like, and it's starting to get to a point. So I think that we do come up here and make this all-time high, and then it starts reaching up for the 400 and higher. It'll be exciting to see. Honestly, this is what I'm the most excited about, to be here from here and to see where this is going to go. Crazy, but you're still early. You still got chance. You still got opportunity. Without the shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. So that's what I'm seeing right there. This being a down day, a red day. It should, I mean, if I look at meme coins, I'm assuming those are all going to be down in the shitters. I haven't looked at anything, to be honest with you. I just seeing this, it's like it's on trend still, like kind of it's trending. It's not that bad. It is it is a little bit of a sell-off, whatever. But I think we're in good shape. I think we bounce up from these areas. Like I said, we were looking at this all the way back here. bouncing on them. Same points over here. So if we can stay on top of this bar right here, we'd be in good shape. So 192, I'm not mad at it, guys. I like it. Solana's cooking. I'm happy about everything going on in Solana. There's a lot of amazing things. Let's see. What do we got? Share this tab real quick. We'll go over a couple announcements, some things I think are worth mentioning. Take a look at this. Holy shit. Wow. Well, I got some amazing news to tell you guys. Wow. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, that's amazing. Yo, dude, look at this right here. I just want to point this out and we'll go back to what we were looking at. You see this right here? This should be a good sign. Like, let's go look for this somewhere else. You gotta look for these sell-offs and like see, hey, does this match anything with big upside? And then how much did it have to take for it to come back up? Like if this goes all the way down, that would be bad because it would look very similar to this right here. But if we bounce right here, you're going to be charged the hell up to hit that next level up here. But pay attention to your RSI and your MACDs. Being at 54 shows me that there is still some downside. That's why I'm saying that we might come back all the way down here to this level. There is just, I don't know, just still room for it. I'm not saying it's going to happen for sure, but holy crap. Well, that's like the most amazing message and confirmation I've ever seen in my entire life, guys. I will be telling you guys more about that in the very, very near future. Wow. That's it. So something is cooking in more ways than one. You guys know more things are coming along the way for Marinade Finance, especially for Marinade. The token itself, Solana's leading non-custodial staking protocol trusted by institutions with over $2 billion in stake SOL. Now BitGo clients can migrate their Marinade native and earn up to an additional 4% APY on Marinade rewards for 3 months, which is a nice little bonus for them. There's a lot cooking on the back end with Marinade token as well. If you guys missed the space, I did recap some of the things. There's some proposals to burn up to 50% of the token supply. Is that the goal for the token? No, the goal is to align incentives and be align incentives. There's something else I wanted to add to that. I can't remember it though. Anyway, Spider Don posted this today and I got invited, and this is what I was talking to you about. Scrolly feed. Me and Dean might be on here if I can get him to go with me, because I think it'll be cool with both of us, or even him and Ems. I don't even have to be there. I could just be the one to facilitate and like push you guys in that position, because I think that would be dope, and it would be, in my opinion, it would make more sense for Dean and Ems on like that experience. But either way, hey, I'm down to rock it out. Real conversation, stronger connections, helping onboard the next 1 billion Solana users. These guys are hard fucking workers, and I love everything about them. I love their whole, respect level in this game. I like that they're the underdogs. On top of that, I got a soft spot in the world for underdogs. Anybody that is doubted or not given the same opportunities to, man, like, I'm here for you and I want to see you win. That's what Solana Made Simple has always been about. It's been about cultivating a better space, moving forward, picking up the small guys and elevating them with your platform. I mean, that's the best way for me to give back to people in the space that do so much for me. So shout out to you guys that consistently show up. It means a lot. Marina posted this really dope article on Solana Mobile, The Seeker. Basically, it's reviews. It's pretty much everything you would expect. Camera's not that as good as Rivals. It's got all the cool features. Definitely a good read. Bullish team, they did their IPO today, so big congrats to them. Bullish is migrating their core infrastructure to Solana native stablecoins to power custody, payments, trading, and settlement. This is huge, huge, huge bullish news. No pun intended. No, definitely pun intended there. I'm not gonna lie. That was all pun. All right, so here's just another reminder. Migrate your SOL to Marinade native and earn Marinade on top of the best staking rewards on the market. Every 1 SOL migrated earns you 10 Marinade only for the first 1 million soul migrated. So it is first come, first serve. You got to be quick. And all the information is broken down on this thread. Make sure you're following Marinade, guys. There's a lot of good content, and might be helping out with that on the back end or front end. Who knows? Blockworks. Let's see what we got going over here. So Marinade scored a 37 out of 40. Notable items disclosed. All fees will be directed to the DAO Treasury in the near future, prior OTC sales and all internal operational wallets. So good news going over there. They getting a 37 out of 40 is pretty damn good, and it's big news to be on the basically the front page of Blockworks as well. Past that, I think these are old ones. No, this one's pretty good. This one's still kind of relevant here. Not sure how to join Bitcoin Summer. Start with ZBTC 1 Vault on Loop Scales. You get 5.69% APY. Lock in Zeus. Check that out. Apollo's cooking. They got a lot of things going on. Loop Scale has been doing a lot of amazing things with the Solana ecosystem in general. I've been looking at more opportunities to stretch the Solana DeFi in my own wallet, seeing what I could do more for myself and find the different opportunities that are available, which leads me to this. I think we only got a few minutes left, so this is good timing. And this will be a little bit of a preview of what I want you guys to pay attention to over here with Marinade Finance. There we go. All right, so where is it? Token. Oh no. I know. That's where is that? I forget where I found it. I think it might be this. This is perfect. This is it. Let me make sure I got this book marked. All right, so the Marinade Finance Cookbook. Most people don't know this thing exists, but this thing will show you all of your strategies and opportunities for MSOL earning. So if you wanted to go get your Solana staked, but you wanted to still keep some liquidity in your wallet, the best way to do that is using MSOL. The liquid staking strategy, and then you can go in here and you could check out MSOL only strategies, liquidity providing opportunities, lending and collateral options, leverage, and NFT file that is available as well. Discover the highest earning opportunities for your MSOL, where you can effortlessly maximize your profits. So not only are you staking, earning rewards on that end, not only are you going to be able to not lose your SOL position, because obviously it goes up with the price of SOL, you'll be able to use the DeFi opportunities available here and to stretch that dollar a little bit further, improving your APY. You find ways to loop these things together, and these strategies will start to provide more yield. That is the true power of finance. That's what people don't really talk about as often, because it's not the most sexiest and most appealing, but it does have its benefits. It does have a lot of opportunities, not to mention when you start to utilize protocols, platforms, and different DeFi things in the space with, MSOL as your DeFi token, you start to farm things with other points for potential airdrops and utilization down the road. That's a huge thing in this network being new. Some companies are going to actually, provide more for you to use theirs. They're going to give back. They are already planning to do these things. So check this out. It's marinade.finance/cookbook. I'm going to probably just share this for you guys on the timeline. But it's a lot of juice in here. I'm going to squeeze it out later for some content so you guys can see some of my favorite options and strategies. But this is where you go to find the best options for MSOL. It's right here, guys. Check it out. But I know that most people don't know that is actually there. So I needed to make sure I posted about it and let you guys know. That's what we got going on. But holy crap. Big changes about to be announced, guys. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to Oh, deleting that. Sorry, guys. We'll do it again. All right. That's good there. All right. That's post done. All right. I think we covered everything I had in store for you guys. I appreciate all your support, man. We got 72 you guys in here, and I definitely did 73 when I said that. I apologize. I did not look at the chat, so I don't know anybody that said anything. Let me take a quick peek over here and see what we got cooking. We got Boogie over here. My man, I want to tap in with this homie. He's got some good takes, bro. I really appreciate you coming up here. 401k, especially when an employer with match up to percentage, is one of the greatest things you can do for your retirement. Compound interest is goated. Study early. Dude knows the thing, man. He's gonna be kicking it, maxing and relaxing. I love it so much. I don't know what that means. I love you too, Casey. What else do we got here? My man, Michael, right? Yeah. Yo, this dude is such a G. I love he's doing content, and like he had like a real educational kind of presentation, and it was really nice, and I loved it. It was super good, but it was the thing I loved was it was in Spanish, so you had diversity here. You're able to tap into other people, and I was like, oh, that's sick. Like I just like that that's there, because obviously that's a hurdle that a lot of people have. You got to learn more languages, people, at least understand them. So seeing him do that was awesome, because I know that does prevent some of the things here. I know that it is predominantly, you want to English speaking because it's universally used, but seeing it being broken down in other languages and on backgrounds, man, that shit's super cool to me, because it shows me exactly what I believe in Web3 and crypto in general. This is a global thing and a global network. So shout out to the homie, but his newer content is pretty spicy. It's challenging me, because I'm like trying to understand it without like using any apps or anything to change the language over, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know what this one is. It's too fast. But the one thing I've learned from from dating a Puerto Rican girl, she was like, if you want to get better at Spanish, stick around the house or watch TV. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I watch all of his content just because like I want to like understand a little bit more and get some more reps with my Spanish speaking and stuff like that. So I appreciate you, bro. Keep making the content, keep putting it out there. It's good stuff. But if you don't follow him, make sure you give him a follow for sure. And then we got Mahmoud over here, the G. These guys, they're doing a great job over there with not Marinate Finance, with Soulflare, with All Domains, with everything they got cooking, man. These guys are learning so much and progressing at such a incredible speed, like outworking most of the people I see in this space that complain about opportunities and stuff like that. They're willing to do what people want. And honestly, when you see people that are doing that, that's the kind of motherfucker I tap into. Like, I just know that bred of a person, that mentality, that work ethic, it's like very few people are willing to do that. And if you can see that early in somebody, give them a leg up, man. Like, let them prove themselves in life. Let people prove themselves. But if you can find an opportunity to be like, yo, I remember being there, do this, do that, try this, try that, just give them a little, I don't know, a blessing of some info. I tell people success leaves clues. I stick around people that are more successful than me. I look up to people that are in positions that I'd like to get to and achieve. And, I try to emulate some of the things I think what drew me to them, not take what they're doing. I try to just say, like, what did I like the most? What gave me that feeling? Why am I here? Let me try that. You know what I mean? So, all right, check it out, guys. This is the cookbook for MSOL. I hope you guys utilize it, and somebody let me know a strategy. I want to start doing more stuff like this. I want to know what kind of strategies you guys like, and if somebody wants to make a post about their favorite strategy they found from the cookbook, I don't know, post it in the Marinade community. Let's see it. I want to put a little incentive on there if I can. We'll see if anybody posts on there, and maybe I'll make a post about this, draw a little bit more attention to it. But I got some things cooking on the back end too to bring you guys over here to see why it's important and exciting to kind of get yourself involved over here. There's so much down the line, and it's just a foolish place to be. We're over an hour. I got to go.